So this national monument, this is going to be an added protection the way we look at it. And we talk about, Navajos are they talk about global warming in the Colorado Plateau. A lot of medicine men are saying the area is warmer than any other time, and it's probably because of all the exploration in the world. And Navajos are saying we must do what we can to protect our region so the climate cannot be destroyed by human beings. So basically, this is the extent of my presentation. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to try and answer your question. Like I said, I kind of have a hearing problem, so
do you know whether that or not this has yet come to President Obama's attention? Do you have any idea how he feels about it, what's apt to happen? Because he could take action, before leaving office.
The tribal leaders met with President Obama's staff and Department of Interior last week or 2 weeks ago. I think that's why we were encouraged to hear that Secretary of Interior is coming to Utah. I don't know where she's going. We hope that she'll come to our area. Maybe she'll just go to Logan or something like that.
What were some of the other issues Navajos care about that she's not agreeing with, and the commissioner now is not agreeing on, besides Bears Ears? You made a list.
In our proposal, one thing that's in there that is unprecedented in the research that we've done, that is co-management and collaborative management. I don't know why other national monuments like Canyon de Chelly, Chaco Canyon, Monument Bowie, discussion of that sort never took place. So based on the experience from the past, in the Bears Ears proposal, we included a statement in there talking about collaborative management, and this is basically what it is: how to coordinate with the Forest Service, Park Service, Bureau of Land Management, and other agency, and to try being a part of the team to protect the art sites, to protect the ruins. Putt hunting, as you know, is very notorious in San Juan County, and folks have been arrested for participating in that. That continues. For the year 2016, there is already an investigation going on. 6 sites have already been vandalized this year, and we believe that's going to continue. And that's why Navajos think that creating the national monument could put a stop to that. Any other questions?
We were at Pipe Spring the other day, and isn't that collaborative management between the Paiute tribe and the U.S. government?
Yes, it is.
It's in Arizona.
Yes.
But that's what it looks like to me. It's a collaborative, because you've got the native population, because obviously their reservation is right there. And it's always been, well, as long as it's a national monument as well. So they already have examples of how that's worked in the past.
Yes, I believe that's what we're talking about. One other thing about this proposal is people keep saying that there's no local input. There is no, the people in Blanding and Monticello are not being involved. They should have the final say. What we're saying is this is public land. It belongs to everybody in America. People living in New York, Oklahoma, California. So for some reason, Congressman Bishop, of all people, is saying that this should be driven by the local people. So we have a disagreement with him on that point also.
What are the main arguments that people put against the Bears Ear National Monument?
No local input. The local grassroots Navajo people are not a part of the planning process. The main thing is they're going to be locked out. You can't go in there. That's what they're saying. That's the opposition.
How would you counter that? That you can't go in there? How would you say, if somebody said, I don't want that monument because then I won't be able to go in there, what would you say to them?
The way we counter that is by having public hearings, just like what we're having here. Today, there's a public hearing going on in Chinle, Arizona. The other Bears Ears board members are out there just doing the same presentation that I'm doing. And the other way we counter is these documentation. The opposition that we're getting from the Navajo is just talk. They have nothing in writing. We asked them, so if you don't like it, can you write something down and say this is the reason why in opposed? They will not do that. And Commissioner Bernal, we repeatedly tell her that, and she will not do that also.
Have you met with the different existing land managers, like the BLM, the National Forest Service? How does the National Monument designation impact them?
We've met with all of those agencies, and I would say they're all receptive. We have not found any agency that says, that's a real bad plan, you shouldn't do that. We haven't heard that. Matt?
Yes, is the website getting much attention, the bearsears.org website? Are people getting informed through that?
The issue that I'm talking about, for your information, is you can go to protectbearsears.org. Yes, from our CEO, it's getting a lot of attention, but with your help, we could get more people to log on and participate. Yes, ma'am.
It's good to see you again. I met you in Bend, Oregon with Conservation
yes.
Lands Foundation. So you got the A. Nice to see you. I'm now the Executive Director of Glen Canyon Natural History Association. And I brought the Bears Ears issue to my board of directors. I've drafted a letter that will be sent to the commissioner and to Sally Jewell as well as President Obama. We're going to approve it tomorrow night, and we're going to be giving you more support. We work here in the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument for the past 10 years in 4 locations here. So please know we stand with you, and whatever we can do to help you, we will continue to do so.
I really appreciate that, and I would ask you to insert one language that would be, we're constantly told that we can't think for ourselves. Environmentalists with deep pockets are doing all the planning for us. That is not true. As you heard, Navajos come together and they discuss these issues. And it's very offensive to us when Mike Noel says these guys need to be investigated. Because they can't think for themselves, they're doing some kind of racketeering, kind of illegal stuff. So, you know, any support saying that this is our baby, this is our creation, we appreciate that. Any other question?
What does Dine B, first, you can pronounce it, Dine Bikea? How do you say that and what does it mean? I know Dine.
When we started the project six years ago, we talked about the name. What should our organization be called? And the board members said we should be called Dinebikeya. It means Navajo land. That's what it means. Or in other words, Navajo Mother Earth. That's what it means. Go ahead.
What is the final outcome? If things go the way you wanted, what is going to happen? Just sort of.
If it doesn't happen?
No, if it does. I mean, what if if the dream comes true? Then what will happen? Just.
Well, we talked about that, and the elder says, regardless of what happens, you win or lose. This is Mother Earth. It's been there for millions of years, and it will always be there. And it's our responsibility, whether it doesn't become a national monument or not, to take care of that land. And we will be happy, of course. And we will begin to implement some of the planning that we've prepared. So I say the real work begins with the monument.
Questions? Yes, Josh Warburg is publisher of The Independent and also an unaffiliated candidate for Washington County Commissioner. What can we do to help this cause besides mailing these to the president?
What you can do is, if you go to our website, we have, we plan out several meetings, and we would encourage you to attend, and of course, talk to people with influence. And, you know, being in public office for many years, communication is very important, and I believe that we've been very transparent from the beginning. For some reason, people think that we've been working behind the scene doing stuff illegally, secretly, but you know, I can testify. We've been up front from the beginning, got nothing to hide. So that's what I would recommend to you. Any other questions? If not, go ahead.
Do Navajos have any kind of a belief like voodoo dolls? Where you can stick pins in them and ring heal on certain people?
Yeah, so make those names you had there, you could make some like that.
Navajo are notorious with their voodoo. You heard about skinwalkers.
Yes.
Everything that Tony Hillerman wrote about is true.
I would just like to say that I find you extremely articulate and we're fully supportive of the project, the proposal for the monument, and I think we can make it.
What was the question?
No, she's just making a statement. She's appreciating
Oh, okay.
how you are today, and she wants to help you win.
I'm terrifically impressed.
By your articulation.
I appreciate your statement. I'm sorry I couldn't hear what was this. I don't hear very well. One other thing that I brought today is, like I said, this is so important to us. And we went to the point of making cookies with aspersions. I would like to share.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but you were serious.
I would ask you to take one and have
I think we need to start in the back this time.
No way.
Start breaking it in half, but.
Can we get more of these to take up to Salt Lake on the 18th?
picture of these.
Take
a picture of those.
We can mail them.
And we'll share one.
Because I think there'll be a lot of people there.
I think you have your address, I'll send it.
Yes, I did.
You want to have one?
If there's no other question, I can't. Thank you very much.
Thank you.